Trackless rides, towels and towering Vekomas. I recently visited Fantasy Island in the summer of 2022 and I was blown away by the incredible value and how much the park is really improving. Hey, this is Stu for Out and Back Travel. I make videos to help inspire your own theme park adventures. Coming up in this episode, what's Fantasy Island like to visit and why it could be the best value theme park in the UK. Fantasy Island is located in the town of Ingoldmells on the sunny east coast of Lincolnshire, surrounded by a sea of caravans that spill all the way to the horizon, and not far from Skegness, also known as Skeg Vegas for its brash and unapologetic seaside entertainment offering. Back in 2016, the Mellors group acquired Fantasy Island and have made considerable improvements to the attraction lineup, presentation and overall operation of the park. It's still a little rough and ready around the edges. For example, this reassuring sign that this tattoo parlour uses new needles for each client, which you'd hope would be a given, but this rough and readiness all kind of adds to the charm and character. It's authentic to its seaside roots. Fantasy Island opened back in 1995 as an indoor and outdoor amusement park with a light to medium tropical theme. A big feature of the park was its giant 7-day permanent market, a colossal never-ending, overwhelming labyrinth of knockoff designer goods, tat and towels. A true assault to the senses, mainly taste. If I had to describe Fantasy Island in a nutshell, I'd tell you to imagine a market with some ludicrously giant Vekomas. Speaking of which, let's look at the roller coaster lineup. In 2022, the park has 5 operating roller coasters. There's a Wacky Worm and a Forbidden Credit Jellikins, which is only for children, sorry to those cred counters out there. The 3 interesting roller coasters are Rhombus Rocket, a powered coaster that snakes its way around one of the outdoor sections, slithering around an ever-changing cast of flat rides and over the park's tiny log flume. Millennium, a 150-foot tall giant Vekoma custom looping coaster that thunders its way through 3 inversions for a surprisingly smooth trip. And Odyssey, an unassuming record and spine breaker. At 167 foot tall, this is the 9th tallest inverted coaster in the world. At 62 miles per hour, it's the 10th fastest inverted coaster. It's also got the 5th tallest inverted coaster drop at 144 foot. But surprisingly, it's the 2nd steepest inverted coaster in the world with a 60-degree drop. With the first place rides being boomerangs or inverted impulse coasters, this means Odyssey is technically the steepest full circuit inverted roller coaster in the world. The exit shop also has the world record for paracetamol sales. The ride is okay, there's some interesting bangs and slams along the way, but it's not as much of an endurance as your usual SLCs. I usually give it at least 1 ride on my visits, sometimes you just have to grit your teeth and take it. For the water ride offering, there's a teeny tiny log flume straight out of the Ladybird book of log flumes, a classic one-drop wonder. The Spinning Rapids, one of those combination of water slide and river rapids, which was unceremoniously repossessed from Lightwater Valley and now lives in the car park at Fantasy Island. And there's also Dragon Mountain, a water slide inside the pyramid. On the flat ride front, there is an ever-changing cast, as the Mellors operate travelling rides that regularly swap out and refresh the lineup. At present, some of the stars are the giant Starflyer. I never get used to the feeling of sitting on an open deck chair that's attached to the chain by what feels like paper clips. They absolutely terrify me, and this one's a good height. There's a lesser spotted Huss Magic, which has the speed dialed all the way up to fuck it. The Volcano is an S&S space shot that erupts dramatically out of the expanding foam volcano. Then there's a nice assortment of carnival rides like the swashbuckling Sea Storm and the boob jiggling Techno Jump. It's the dark rides where Fantasy Island really gets an A+ for effort. The Guardian is a robotic arm inside a huge projection dome. Quite fancy technology for Fantasy Island. The implementation has a homemade but charming feel to it. I definitely rope drop this one as it only takes 4 riders at a time. Continuing that homemade charm, Harrington Flint's Island Adventure is a trackless dark ride, Ooh, fancy, with an interactive scoring system. Fantasy Island have pulled off a masterclass on how to punch above your weight in terms of delivering an experience. It really is a repeatable fun ride. Rounding off the Dark Ride collection is 2 contours on monorail, with the first half through the pyramid and the final half inside of a temple theme scene. The Magical Seaquarium is a fantastic gentle boat ride past some fishy puns that will have you cracking up. Fantasy Island really schooled the bigger parks in how to do charming adventure rides. While overall there isn't a big or standout attraction, it's the collective parts that really add up to offer a great day. And the park is really good value. It's free to enter Fantasy Island, and you have 2 payment options. You can buy a card which you can add top-up credits to and then pay as you go, with rides costing between £2 and £6 each. Or in my opinion, the best option is to buy the pay one price wristband that not only gives you unlimited access to all the rides and attractions, you also get to go on the high ropes course, the dinosaur mini golf, and you get free on-ride photos too. To access the free on-ride photos, you simply scan your unlimited ride wristband as you exit the ride. You'll see the on-ride photo screens, which are colour-coded. You simply select the colour scanner that matches the colour around the picture of yourself on the ride. There's even some helpful lines, like you can see here, that guide you to the scanner. When you are given your wristbands at the start of the day, they also give you a QR code which provides a link to access the photos online. This is a really fantastic gesture by the park, and it's nice to have the photos for free. As of my visit in summer 2022, the highest price you could pay this year is £27 for an all-day wristband, £40 for a 2-day wristband, which then gets you 1 game of 10-pin bowling, or £70 for a weekly pass, which includes a 2nd game of 10-pin bowling. I really do think this is one of the best value theme parks in the UK. £27 for unlimited rides, free digital on-ride photos, and the mini golf is a really good deal. So that concludes my postcard from Fantasy Island, a little love letter to this fantastic theme park that really is making an effort to improve what it has to offer, and what it does offer is incredible value. It's a weird blend of tropical fantasy theme park and knockoff perfume stalls, but it's character building and adds a strange sense of exploration, like stumbling across the odd things like this closed O2 shop. There are not many theme parks that had a high street phone shop, and there are also not many theme parks that have a trackless dark ride or robotic arm simulators, so hats off to Fantasy Island for really putting the effort in. Have you visited Fantasy Island before? What did you enjoy about the park? If you've never been, would you go now after seeing this video? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time, stay safe on the way out and back.